He's an my peeps. I'm Angry Del, and this is my top 10 beginners tips for Fortnite. Fortnite is daunting when you first pick her up and give her a little tickle. There's a lot of info to take in, stats to digest, and menu systems to navigate. But these tips will hopefully help steer you in the right direction and accelerate your early game gains. So let's dive in and get schooled up, fam. It's time for the top 10 tips. Schematics and heroes. Since schematics and heroes are the lifeblood of Fortnite, they're probably a good place to start. Every hero, survivor, weapon or trap will have its own schematic, allowing you to craft, upgrade and evolve as you progress. Schematics can only be obtained in one of two manners, as a quest reward or as a loot llama reward. They can never be found in game, so don't waste your time looking. Very early game, uncommon, common and rare schematics have some use, but generally what you're looking for are epic or legendary schematics with good perks. Base stats will always be identical on like-for-like schematics, but weapon and trap perks are random and can make or break an item's usefulness. Be very careful in deciding whether to burn or keep a schematic and whether or not to upgrade it. Even a weapon deemed as weak can become OP with the right perks. Good schematics are rare and schematic XP takes a while to collect, so give all your decisions some thought before committing. Check your quests. Before you start a game, check the quest menu and pin any quests you wish to pursue. Try to focus on both main and side quests, which reward you with either V points or schematics. The more V points and schematics accumulated, the more choice of heroes, survivors, weapons and traps will be available to you. Since schematics can only be accumulated through mission rewards or loot llamas, it's essential you collect as many as possible to give you more loadout options early game. Multiple quests can be completed in a single mission, so it's worth pinning the ones you're interested in for an in-game reminder. Search the map. Before you head straight for the end-game goal like an overexcited noob, search your environment. Regularly press tab to bring up the map and familiarise yourself with your surroundings. General farming is a must. Certain objects will be searchable by pressing E. If you hover over them, this will be highlighted with a farming option, but also the appearance of the object will differ from a non-farmable item. For example, an open suitcase or bag will not be searchable, whereas a closed bag would be. Once searched with E, smash the object to get more crafting material. Alongside general farming, keep a lookout for rare items such as chests and ore. Ore is easiest to find in mines, which tend to be located on the outskirts of the map. Mines are also great for general farming, containing high concentrations of brick and metal. Chests are often found in mines, but also basements and rooftops, among other hard to reach areas. If you can't be bothered to search for chests, some maps offer activate the radar submissions, which when activated can identify chest locations. Chests are more likely to contain usable weapons, traps and ore than other containers, so well worth rummaging around for. Use your ears. Chests and survivors can all be heard before they're seen. If you hear a survivor asking for help, quickly check the main map to locate and then the mini-map to confirm the floor level they're on. An up arrow means above you, a down arrow below. Chests are a little more subtle. They won't be highlighted on the map and you need to be close, but you can hear them through walls and objects, making hidden chests easier to locate. Fast farming. It's one of the first skills you unlock on the tier 1 skill tree. When you hit an object with your pickaxe, a blue target will appear. Aiming at it will double your pickaxe damage. Further pickaxe improvements will become available as you progress. If you position yourself head down towards the corner of an object, the blue target will generally stay in the same spot, making it easier to hit. Also, farming 2 objects at once and alternating between targets can speed things up. Practice makes perfect, but it's worth the effort. You'll spend a significant amount of your time in Fortnite farming, so any means to speed things up is welcome. Blue glow. You'll see little blobs of blue glow scattered across the map. Blue glow can be used to activate mission objectives and team buffs. If you have a surplus, it won't carry over to the next mission, and there is no bonus for collecting all of it on a given map, so don't attempt to. You'll just need enough to activate the mission objective, and certain maps don't require any. You will sometimes need it for activating team buffs and side missions, such as activating a radar tower or calling a medbot, but don't get bogged down in it. and completely ignore hard to reach blue glow. It's never worth the effort. Nuts and bolts. Aside from V-coins, nuts and bolts are pretty much Fortnite currency. They're used to make ammo and traps and are usually the first thing you'll run out of while crafting. Make sure you're always well stocked, particularly for storm shield defences where you'll be setting multiple traps, or for ammo before facing a big fight. Nuts and bolts can always be found on any map in tin cans, generally hidden behind rocks and in survivor shelters. But more so, hit up an industrial zone and you'll find an abundance of toolboxes, parking meters, vehicles, electronic and industrial equipment, all of which will give you nuts and bolts when searched and or smashed. Don't hoard. That is to say, don't hoard anything. Don't hoard in-game items, don't hoard schematics, don't hoard survivors or heroes. They'll just become an annoyance. There is a limit to the number of in-game items, schematics, survivors and heroes you can carry. As a general rule of thumb, don't carry more than 5 slots of the same in-game item, unless it is a high churn item for something you regularly craft. Otherwise, you will constantly be running out of backpack space. The same goes for unused schematics, heroes and survivors. Anything below epic, generally speaking, can be recycled, transformed or added to the collection book and converted into XP to be used elsewhere. Don't overdo it. Early game, you will need little to no defences to win, just a big gun and an itchy trigger finger. Don't spend ages gathering resources, building, then not using any of the traps and defences you've set up. Overbuilding will be your biggest waste of time and resource and will significantly slow your progress. There will come a time where you need solid defences, and at that stage get creative, but beforehand stick to basics, the minimum you can get away with. The same can be said of your weapons and trap upgrades. If you pick up a good schematic, epic or above, and want to use it, upgrade it by all means, but don't over level. Every evolution of an item brings new crafting requirements, which can mean you can no longer craft your favourite gun. As a general rule of thumb, don't go past 1-star evolution in Stonewood or 2-star evolution in Plankerton, otherwise you may find yourself running out of crafting materials. Skill tree and survivor squads. Upgrading your heroes won't upgrade your base power level or any weapon damage stats, only your health, shield and ability damage will be improved. To upgrade your fort stats, that's fortitude, offense, resistance and tech, you have to do one of 3 things. Either slot skill tree points, slot research points, or improve your survivor squads. Skill tree points are required through levelling up after missions. Research points are automatically accumulated over time. Logging in daily will speed up research point collection since there is a storage limit. Survivor squads are quite complex, something I'll cover off in detail on a separate video, but for the time being, just make sure if there is a spot available, you have someone in it. So there we go, a few beginners tips I wish I'd have known at the start of Fortnite. I couldn't cover everything off I wanted to in this short video, but I hope this helps you along the way guys. If there's anything you want to add, drop a comment below as I'm sure any fellow Huskers will appreciate all the help they can get. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more Mist Monstrous content. And until next time, GG, well played and laters fam, laters.